Natalia at Luxury with Natalia. It's been a while since we had a few videos, but back here in September with lots of amazing content. And I'm joined today with Vyara. Vyara's from Wretman Estate. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Good to see you again. It's been a few years since we worked together in yachting.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It's been a while.
And now you're into real estate. So how's that?
Exactly. Well, I've been very excited because actually, while I loved yachting, real estate was something I always wanted to do. And I had a chance to do that. So I took it. I took it immediately. I don't regret it at all. It's very interesting industry to work in, and the days are never the same, and the week just flies by you. So it's really nice. It's really nice.
And especially on weekends, you get to enjoy amazing villas like the one you're
at
today.
It was a great opportunity to show a little bit this nice view. That's one of the houses I have for sale. And I just finished the visit here, so it was a good opportunity to make the meeting with you and have this lovely view.
Fantastic. And because we've come into this year 2020 and a bit of a strange era, and also the way business is conducted has changed, I would say. How has it been for real estate, especially on the French Riviera?
Well, actually, we had a great year so far. I mean, post confinement, of course, when making visits was almost impossible. But where I'm located, where we are, this is Tourette right now. That's what you see on the back. So it's in the Var, and it's about 40-50 minutes from Cannes Drive. So we are very close to everything. We're just 1 hour from the airport, and it's a very busy area actually. And it's been very good because we have a lot of people who post the crisis, they're looking right now to buy a house with exterior or an apartment with a terrace. The criteria have totally changed. While before everybody was looking for a place in the cities, they now look actually somewhere not too far away from town, yet quiet area, but nice and with the good prices. And this area where I am right now actually ticks all those boxes. We are very close to everything, yet in the same time you have a quiet area with beautiful views, and where for the price of an apartment in Cannes, you're going to have a house with pool. So it's been good for us. It's been good.
Great. And I think that the way of living has changed a bit. People have become more conscious that, you know, what is the values that are important to a family, or, you know, as a holiday home or whatnot. And maybe even, and perhaps you could enlighten us, the clientele, are they international living in the Côte d'Azur buying a second property, or are they new buyers who are not familiar with the area?
Well, we have both, I can say, because at Wretman Estate, we work with a lot of Scandinavian clientele. So we're quite oriented towards foreigners, but we also work with local. And what happened this summer is that many of the foreigners, the Swedish and Norwegians, they couldn't come this year because they won't be covered if they catch the COVID here. Their insurance won't cover them, so they're afraid to travel. So we didn't have many foreigners, but we had a lot of local clientele, mainly people from Paris who have decided to move to the south, sell everything, and look for a place here and work from home. Or also the other clientele is people who live all over the coast, around Cannes, Nice, all those villages that by the sea, and decided that they want to come a little bit back towards the country, because here it's country and mountains, etc. And they were looking for a house here, which is not too far away from their workplace, but which is always an area which is more quiet. So that's how the market has changed. We have a lot more local clients, and also a lot of people from Paris, because while before working from home was not so well developed in France, I think right now it's starting to get in people's mind, and it's much more often people work from home right now. So that's quite a game changer for us in real estate, for sure.
Absolutely. And you, as the company itself, has it evolved in the way that viewings have taken place? Like during confinement, did you do a bit more visual video tours? Tell me a bit more.
Yes, definitely. What happened is that for the clients that cannot be here, we definitely do a lot of Facetime tours. I had one just like a couple of weeks ago with Norwegian clients really like the beautiful house in Fayence, but of course they cannot visit currently. But it's important to do, for me, I think it's important to do a FaceTime tour around the house with the client so they can at least have a better feeling than on pictures, because pictures, they can help you see the house and have a first idea of it, but like any type of tour, even a visual one with a FaceTime, it's better than not being able to go there. So that can actually help them decide whether that's something they like, and then if they really like it, then they can take the next step, which will be find a time which is suitable for us to come here and see. So definitely FaceTime videos have been amazing, and always like also to send a little video of the house afterwards so they can always see and re-see things, and that helps a lot as well.
Fantastic. So in a way, it's sort of evolved the way that we're doing business. Also, the visual and video is very important. And do you also have virtual tours online on the website that they can look at first?
No, that's not something we do, because the virtual tours, I personally find it's better to actually do a FaceTime video rather have a virtual tour. I think photo is quite enough for the first time, and then if I have to be honest, a lot of our clients, they just say that the virtual 3D tour gives them a headache because you have to move around, and it's not the best, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, I get the same sense of a feeling from the yacht side with
this sickness. Yes.
Exactly. Yes, and it's a bit impersonal. I mean, your role as an estate agent is primordial because you know the properties inside out. Any questions they have,
they can be answered. We can answer them. They can tell me like, oh, can you go back to this area and ask us different questions. They can actually hear if it's noisy around, if it's quiet area. They can see if it's sunny or the house has enough light or not. That's not something you can do with a virtual tour because it's just not possible. So it gives you much more of the feeling of the house rather than just have to zoom here and zoom there, and it's not the same at all, I find.
Exactly. And then what's interesting for me to find out is what makes a good estate agent, because there's a lot of competition out there. So how do you stand out?
Well, I believe, especially in this area, a good real estate agent should be fluent in several languages, especially in the company I work with. I can particularly speak about Wretman Estate because we have international clientele and we also have local. So we need to speak French and English at least, plus the others is always a good. And also reactivity. This is something I also learned through yachting, where you really have to answer as soon as possible. And I found that in real estate, people tend to take their time too much. It's much more relaxed. It's not for today, it can be for tomorrow. Rather, when somebody asks me for something, I always try to be as quick as I can replying. And also important to have a talk with the client and really try to understand their needs and see what they look for, because this is not just it's not an object you buy. This is a house, and this is like a project of your life, and you're gonna spend your time here with your family. So it's an important purchase, and you don't want to make mistakes. So it's important that the real estate agent is someone who's gonna be always there for you, knows exactly what you're looking for, it is responsive, and in the same time will be also honest with you. That's very important. Honest. We're not just here to sell something, and the client should know everything about the house. It's very important.
Thank you for that feedback. Amazing. And if I were a client, what were the things that you would suggest that I would ask when I'm doing a visit of a property? What are the top 5 things to ask an estate agent?
Well, in this area where I particularly work, I'm going to tell about the area where I work because that's very important. This is it's called fosse septique. So basically, many of the houses around here, they are not connected to the water system. So you're gonna have a fosse septique, which is somewhere it's like a place where the water are gonna go in. The used waters, they're gonna go in and it's gonna stock it. And what happened is that the law about the fosse septique is changing quite often every 4 or 5 years, and many of the houses first won't be connected to the water system of the town, so they're gonna have a fosse septique, and second, 80 to 90% they'll have to put it updated, and that's for the buyer. That's something the buyer should do in a year after the purchase, and this can cost between 10 and 20,000 euros. So it's a big investment. And this is something you should always know, whether the facade is at norm or not. That's one thing. Second things I'll say is double check for asbestos. In French, we call it amiante. And this is for all the houses which are built before 1997. You should check all the reports, basically, that you should ask for all the reports. Absolutely.
Okay. Great stuff. And as you mentioned there, rightly, laws and things. I mean, you guys are experts in that field, but if you wanted to buy a property privately with the seller directly, I would suggest that's not a great idea, because obviously there's so many different things happening in the laws that you're more conscious about, rather than if you went straight into.
I think the role also of the real estate agent is to protect the client, and we as professionals will know so much more about the house. If you buy a house that wasn't worth, for example, the price, because with houses, as you probably have seen also with yachts, the owners tend to overprice their houses very often, and they think they're the most beautiful and pricier than they are. So a real estate agent will be here to help you know whether this is the right price for the house already to start with, which can save you quite a lot of money at the end, and also can help you avoid any problems a house can have. You'll be able to see the little things that a non-professional eye will unfortunately miss.
Fantastic. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much, Vyara. And if somebody wants to connect with you and get a detailed account of what's on sale for properties as well as for rent, I suppose, how do they do that?
Yes, of course. You can always connect. Our website is www.wretmanestate.com. Don't let the W trouble you. And we have a lot of houses. The agency has, we have 6 offices through the whole south of France, and it's really a great agency to work with. We're international. We speak several languages, and we're here for you if you're looking to buy a house somewhere in the south of France.
And I can completely recommend you, Vyara, as I've worked with you. You're a true professional.
Exactly. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you. Back at you.
So I hope to see you soon, and keep us updated, and don't forget to follow us both on all the social medias. And this was another episode with Luxury with Natalia. More episodes coming soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.